property at 446.
Hello.
Here for an oil change?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and pull you around.
Okay.
There's a big mess on this side. Randy, come over here.
Okay.
Turn her off and pop open the hood.
Okay.
Sarah will be right over here in a couple minutes.
All right.
Do me a favor. Hold on to gentleman there who owns it. Can't use the thing and just let it off the water bottle. But yeah, go to the water bottle with my other piece. He probably knows he does. So.
Yes, sir.
At least that's what my computer's telling me anyway. So
Oh, okay.
obviously he's got the right information.
That's correct.
What's your mileage in here today?
I think it was 56471. I think.
Something like that. Let's see how good your guess is.
How do I get to that screen?
Oh, here, I got you.
Oh, there you go.
5647. You were close, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, 56471. Leave the keys in. Let's hop you on out.
Okay.
You got that hood popped for me?
I do, sir. It should be.
Yeah, let's take something up. I gotta ask, man. I love the comments. What happened to that poor back bumper?
What happened to what? Oh, my son.
Bumper. Oh, yeah, gotta love the kids for that one, huh?
He was backing out of the garage and he was close, so he figured, well, I'm going to pull back in. When he pulled back in, he
Caught
ripped
it.
the bumper off. I was like, oh, nice.
Well, you can't hate him for trying to be safe about it, but at the same time, man, this is a nice truck until that happened.
I know.
He's paying for it, right?
He's paying for it,
Oh,
yeah.
good. That's a good kid then.
Yeah.
Now, my oldest is about to be 22, so I understand.
Oh, mine's 17, so he's got a lot to learn.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, he won't realize how dumb he is until 30. That's what it takes for us men, is we have to be about 30 years old before we look at life and go, wow, I really am an idiot, aren't I? At least that was my experience anyway. So, an air filter, not a single car in back. You work there in back. And there's actually pretty good. Decent amount of light coming through, a little bit of smuts in there, but nothing too bad to worry about. So I'd say, let's throw that right back in.
Alrighty.
I like it when things are simple. A little bit of cool top off, nothing major there. We'll be filling up the washer bottle, just topping that off for you. You have actual power steering, and yeah, so we'll be doing the trifecta top off, just a little splash in each here, it looks like. Funny shop that always makes me feel like I'm gonna break. Oh, good, I don't have to. Oh, no, I don't. Okay, so those little shelves in the glove box is being clipped down.
What's that?
These little shelves inside a glove box is being clipped down.
Oh, yeah.
I always feel like I'm gonna break them every time I deal with them, man.
Yeah, I think he bought a new sensor for it, and I bought a new sensor and reservoir.
I'm gonna.
washer.
You know about it?
Yeah, he bought a new one, and then I cracked the reservoir. He bought a new sensor.
That is some horrible luck.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's been a while since you've seen this.
Yeah.
So this is your cabin filter. This is what I was getting in your glove box for.
Okay.
These right here, other than the engine oil filter, which gets swapped out every oil change, otherwise it's kind of a moot point to do an oil change.
Right.
This will be the most commonly swapped out filter on your vehicle, about every 10 to 15,000 miles on average out here because of how dusty we are.
Oh, okay.
This is literally everything you breathe inside the vehicle with air coming from the vents. So if your AC,
A race going out there?
I don't know, people just like to show off for whatever reason, and my favorite ones are the ones that peel out of here, and I'm like, easy speed racer, you're already winning. But if your AC's been feeling weak coming through, or your heater fan air feels weak,
Right.
or if it gets a little bit of a funky smell to it,
Right.
this is the culprit right here. As you can see, this one has definitely had a good life. I would suggest on getting a new one in here.
Okay.
We do $40 for the shop if you want me to see if I got one on hand.
Let me see if I can get the boss to approve it.
You know what? That's fair
'Cause
enough.
she's paying for all this.
Just let her know, hey,
Yeah.
this is this can attribute to good health. But the way they work is similar to a home AC HEPA filter, because that's exactly what that is, a HEPA style.
Oh, okay.
So it's not just catching dirt and dust, but it's catching pollen, allergens, carcinogens, all the stuff that wants to get us sick. That's going to catch before it gets in
Okay.
there. And they can definitely have a horrible recourse if they get too bad.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that one there I wouldn't call worst case. I've definitely seen worse. 56471. I can't believe I remembered that. You know this was just in here 3 days ago?
It was in Scottsdale.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to spend my expense budget. And the boss says, go get another oil change. I'm like, okay.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't feel comfortable changing your oil this soon.
Why not?
Because one, it's a waste. I don't like wasting people's money.
It's not my money. It's her
I
money.
get it. But I would rather you spend money on things that are necessity. Like doing the 40 on that cabin filter. That's a necessity at this point compared to an oil change, because you guys have gone barely 350 miles on it.
Yeah.
You guys do some driving, I'll give you that.
Oh, we do some driving. Yeah.
You know, but to be honest, you know, I'd say let's go through, take care of maybe some of the maintenance stuff if you guys haven't done them. It would be a little early, but your transmissions due coming up at the next service is 60,000. Otherwise, you know, gearboxes, whether you're 2-wheel or 4-wheel drive, those are supposed to be done every 15,000 if you're hauling, towing, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or every 60,000 if not.
Okay.
You know, those are there would be a little, as far as the mechanic side is concerned.
Yeah.
Those would be a little bit more pertinent. Yeah, it'd be a little early on them.
Right.
But those are the services coming up soon.
Okay.
You know, to do an oil change after 350 miles, especially with the proper oils and weights and stuff like that in there,
Yeah.
it really is a legit just waste of cash. I mean, hey, you guys want to throw the money away, that's fine, but...
It's her company.
Oh, no, and I get it.
She's like,
You know, that's why I say give her a call, see if she wants to take care of either the trans or the gearboxes, because, I mean, I can definitely get it up to $100, no problem.
yeah.
That's easy enough. She's just trying to burn off that last little bit for an expense report. I get it, especially when it comes to tax time coming up.
I won't be able to get a hold of her because she's not available right now. So.
You know, but I mean, that would be my suggestion. Let's see, are you 2-wheel or 4x4 on that?
4x4.
4x?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the extended axle on that too. That's cool. Sorry, I was tripping out on the build underneath
Well, that's
there.
all right.
So this is what I would suggest. So that way we're not just blowing money out the water for you either. Okie dokie. That is just normal 75 now. You okay? Perfect. And the double cab? You are the double cab. Yep. Yep. Okay. So this is what I would suggest, and this year would basically be taking care of a couple services, getting them done a little bit early on you,
Yeah.
but taking care of that rear axle because your transfer, your front axle are good till 100,000, so
Right.
plenty of time left on those. Taking care of that transmission on a flush on that, if I can do it with glasses. Hey, Caleb, you can bring the little one with you if you want to, if she wants to hang on. You check the transmission. For the transmission, yeah. Yeah, see the double plug or not? Because I cannot do a full flush. Because they don't get this tube up here. So that part up, so you get the right pricing. I don't want to charge you the wrong pricing for a service I can't perform that way. So you'd be looking about $212.71. But that would take care of the transmission service, which we most likely will be able to do once I just double checking to make sure we have both plugs that we need.
Yeah.
Doing what's called a drain and fill. I'm able to do a. Okay, I thought so. I just wanted to make sure.
Does it have a top?
No, that's why I was needing to know about the double plug setup. Because the higher plug is where we fill.
Yeah, you would have to do a reversal on it.
Yeah. Well, we do a dip style drizzle effect. So it'd basically be taking care of that on a drain and fill. Gets a little under half the fluid swapped out in there to kind of refresh that transmission fluid.
Right.
Taking care of the rear differential on that rear axle, getting that fluid swapped out on that pump getting better.
Okay.
That's taking care of two things that are a necessity at this point.
Right.
And to be honest, wouldn't be a waste of money doing it. Yeah, a little early.
Well,
But it'd be a lot less of a waste than trying to do an oil change on
Yeah.
300 miles.
She's weird.
Oh, no, and I get it, but I am honest to a fault.
Yeah.
You know, blame my mama. She raised me this way.
I actually work in a tool store, and the owner's a woman.
Oh, that's fine.
And
Yeah, my mother's who got me into a mechanic, so I mean,
Oh,
I'm
she-
with you on that, man.
let me see if I can do that in December, which will be tomorrow, because she's weird about how the expenses fall. So she may have money in December for me to use.
Okay. You know, and that's why I say, I mean, if nothing else, let's just do the 40 on that cabin. Let's take care of something that needs to be taken care of.
She told me just to get an oil change. She's like anal with Tinto.
And that's
I'm
where
not
I'm
ready
at.
for the argument with her.
No,
Let's put it
yeah, and
that
that's
way.
where I'm at. And let her know that this 24-year mechanic
Yeah.
is refusing to do an oil change this soon. Just because
Okay.
it really will be a dead waste of money. I mean, I'm not trying to be argumentative or nothing like that, you know, because I am the boss in here, so I'm paying attention to the same type of stuff that she's paying attention to with the finances and the money, and I get where she's at. She's trying to make sure that she's hitting those numbers, so that way if she's getting any type of grant stipending,
Right.
she can still get the same amount. It also helps out on taxes come February.
Okay.
Huh?
Just a leak check.
Okay.
Leak check is not locked.
Okay.
I was gonna check her level.
Oh, okay. I didn't see you up there. I thought she was just following you in. I was like, wait. So I mean, in the end, I mean, he really wants to do the oil change this soon. I will, but I'm just being honest with you, man. It's not that it's gonna harm the engine or nothing like that, but it's just I feel uncomfortable doing one this soon. If you were at least
Believe it or
halfway
not,
through,
I would rather go through that than listen to her saying, you had $100 to spend, you didn't spend it. How come? Oh, Jesus.
yeah. Well, and that's just it. It's like, again, that's my honesty to a fault is what that is. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, if you really wanted to do it, we'll go ahead and do it. But I mean, I'm going to let you know right now, and you can even pass it on to her.
Oh, I
It is a
will.
complete waste of money at this point, and I get trying to get those expenses, but at the same time, why not spend the money on necessities?
Yeah.
You
Like I
know.
said, if she'll let me do it, I'll come back tomorrow and do the other things.
Yeah, because those are needed at this point.
She's got money she needs to spend in November, and today's the last day.
Oh yeah.
They went everywhere.
Oh, because you take a lot of oil, that's fine. I was like, wait a second, that doesn't look right.
Yeah, so they said that there's oil working like kind of spilled in there. They could have found it.
Why is this doing it like this? Yeah, I think it's trying to argue with me because of how quick you are.
It's arguing? Oh, Jesus.
Oh, even my computer, because normally I hit the button no matter what side it goes to, and it pulls up all the stuff that we're supposed to be using.
Oh.
I'm having to manually put it in again. That doesn't make sense why it went up that high.
What's that?
Trying to figure out how you got up to $170 on this.
Holy smokes.
And it came out to $168.80, unless it was something that was done inside with it as well over there, like you purchased stuff inside or something, or like a big wash service. But I'm just showing a normal wash on here.
I would have.
Oh, I see what happened. Okay, looks like somehow a double run it ran, and then refunded back the remainder on that. That's probably where she got that extra $90 from. Because our system, I don't know if it was you or somebody else that brought it in over there at Scottsdale.
I did, yeah.
But yeah, I'm not sure if if it double tendered somehow, but I can see not only the tendering but also the money back as well.
No, I think what they did is they charged me for the Supreme wash, so they charged me the $25 instead of the $11, which would have been the upgrade. And they had to wind up giving me a refund for it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm seeing here, and that's why I was like looking at it. That's why it took me a second to get through the confusion. I'm like, wait a second, how did just a $65 oil change turn into $170? Oh, let's see. Yeah, because it's $66.40 for just the oil change on here, and I'm going to assume everything's going to be good on here because I just checked it literally 3 days ago. I am going to get a recommendation on the transaxle,
Okay.
the differential, and that cabin filter, so that way they're labeled on here.
Okay.
With that cabin filter, with how bad that is, I'm going to ask you very politely if I can just throw that away. Having it out is not going to do any harm to your system,
Yeah, you
whereas
throw it away.
leaving that in could possibly do harm to you.
Yeah, you throw it away.
Yeah, because that one's getting pretty bad. I have seen worse. It's not coated in a. Go ahead and drop this VOE on the floor.
So she took these to professionals and they still couldn't find a whole leak. And I don't know who did that oil change. She got it done here. She's maybe 2/4 low-ish.
Ooh.
I need to find out what oil it is.
Yeah, no, let's swap that out and get on top of it for sure, man, for sure. All right. Even though it's gone 350, his boss needs to spend money for November, so we're just gonna go ahead and take care of the oil change on this. So why don't you go? It's VO84. I'll get this pulled up and get it topped off,
All right,
and
yeah,
I'll get a filter. Give me just a second here. I gotta do a quick look here.
No
My
worries.
assistant's gonna get started on the truck now. All right.
Okay.
And then once we're done with these, you can go ahead and go. Yeah. enough space. Yep.
And I didn't drive my car for the weekend, so I didn't notice any rips, and then I drove to work.
That's going to be a 6396 filter if you want to get that swapped out right now. Where are those? 6396 is up there. 296. It's a 63. Yeah, he was telling me about that. Yeah, that's what he was saying. Compared to any driving. All right. Now let's get you finished up. Let's have to do some quick checks on here.
That's right.
Bad gasket on the filter. Happens.
On the
I
oil
don't like it
filter?
when on the oil filter. Yeah, she's got a canister style. And sadly, when gaskets are bad on a filter, we don't know until it's too late.
Yeah.
You know, like even on the pressure test stuff like that, it takes a little bit for it to show up, and it takes real driving. Like we bring it up to about 2,000 RPM,
Yeah.
but that's not full simulation. It's just simulating the idle at freeway speed. You know,
Right.
we only have it running for about 5-10 seconds. We don't see anything coming out. All right, we're good. Keep on down the road.
And then he's gonna do a filter swap for you. And then you
Yeah, he's getting on that filter right now.
Try to get an adapter to extensions. Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm not sure.
Hey, Dale, were you wanting to do another full serve wash with it like the last time with that Supreme
Yeah,
wash?
whatever the Supreme is, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we the ones that did this or no?
Huh?
Are we the one that did this or no?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just bad gasket, it happens. And stay with a new car smell, you want something different.
No, new car's good.
Now, you know it doesn't smell like a real new car, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we get pretty damn close, but
I usually bring my kids' old 2006 Suburban, and they asked me if I want a new car. I said, "You have an old car?"
I mean, me and my assistant manager can start doing some jumping jacks in front of a heater real quick, get you sweaty lube guy. All right, so 7740 grand total. Let me get all this printed out here. But I will say this much, you guys are definitely really good at sticking right around that 3,000 mile range typically, so thank you for that.
Oh, yeah.
Like the real mechanic in me thanks you for that one. Part of the reason why I came back to this side of it all is to kind of help educate people on how to take proper care of their vehicles. Yes, maintenance sucks.
It does, but that's why my Suburban has over 200,000 miles on it, because I've
Right.
always changed the oil.
And that's it. Take care of your main. Take care of your transmission fluids, gearboxes, oil changes, coolant. Not saying that the big stuff won't happen, but it helps keep it to a minimal. Let's go ahead and plug up for that front one. I'll get you finished up there.
Yeah, I've never had a major catastrophe.
Hi there. Need to pay? You head right on inside of the cashier.
No, I gotta ask you a question.
What's your question? I might have an answer.
You used to have somebody here who used to fix cracks in your windshield.
We stopped doing windshield repair about 5 years
5 years
ago.
ago.
Yeah.
Is he still around?
If he is, not with our company.
Because he used to come to the house afterwards.
Yeah, so yeah, no, the reason being is because we started doing third-party vendors and too many people were, couldn't tell you what they were on, but we knew they weren't sober. Yeah, it kind of left a bad taste in a lot of customers' mouths, so we just got rid of them all. Yeah, now, best way to take care of windshield repair, call up your insurance company. They will send somebody to you to take care of it, and it's always zero cost. Oh, I'd say just start calling around then. I mean, every glass company will offer. I couldn't tell you out here now. It actually baffles me that Canadian policies don't do auto glass repair.
I know. I used to live in Oregon. It was free everywhere up there.
Whereabouts in Oregon were you?
Just south of Portland and western Lake Oswego.
Lake Casino?
Lake Oswego, yeah.
Oswego?
Oswego.
At least that's how I pronounce it when I lived in Washington, so. All right, let's get your autograph right there. Says I can take all your money from you.
Take all of her money from her.
Only if it gets to go to my bank account.
I get,
Nah,
the,
just the
I
one
get the
autograph.
mileage. She gets the bill.
Right. So you guys just do like tool supply or?
Construction tools.
Oh, nice. Deal with all the pneumatics or our hand tools or all of it?
Not really pneumatics.
Okay.
Mostly like DeWalt, Milwaukee, Makita.
Okay. So like the battery powered stuff.
Yeah. Not the snap-on like you're probably used to. Or...
Actually, don't get me wrong, I did enjoy my Snap-on guy, but I was a much bigger fan of my Matco guy.
Oh, really?
The only thing for Snap-on I ever had was my ratcheting box ends from Blue Point because they were the only company at the time that would warranty their ratcheting products. Otherwise, all my hand tools of that were either Mac or Matco.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And at one point, I had almost $20,000 worth of tools.
Yeah.
They all went away when I stopped doing the heavy work, simply because I didn't have a place to keep them.
Yeah.
But the other side of it is once I stepped away from it, I decided I was done with the heavy work for good. I want to educate people. I want to stay with this side of things because I understand that not everybody gets the same treatment I had as a kid. I was in the backyard with my grandpa growing up, packing grease bearings, doing tune-ups, learning this stuff, you know? People don't do that anymore. And it's my generation that's ruining it.
My
You
kids
know?
aren't even interested. When I show them how to change a tire, they're like, okay, can I go inside now?
All of my kids, I told them flat out, if you want to have a car,
Yeah.
you're going to learn basic maintenance. You're going to learn how to do your own tires if you get a flat.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to know how to do your own oil change. You're going to know how to do your own spark plugs, your own brake jobs.
Yep.
Beyond that, you don't need to know anything else if you don't want to.
Exactly.
But you're going to know these 4 things. Now, whether or not you go and do it is another story altogether.
Right.
But you're going to know how to because I feel that everybody should know the basics.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Harley going back to old school when we could work on our own cars for
Oh,
warranty's
yeah.
sake.
Yeah.
Sadly, the politics of it all have killed that. You know, and it's just one of those, yeah. But now we'll get this bad boy all rocked out and done here, and that'll be that, my man. Thanks, sir.
Give me a short